Foot on. March. Color guard. Hold. Left. Face. Order on. Colors. Parade. Rest. Parade. Rest. I did write down my speech because there were a lot of important things to be said today, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. We gather here today to commemorate Memorial Day, honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. As we honor the people who provided the ultimate sacrifice for their country, we also feel emotions or mourn those who we have lost. It is in the sense of mourning that I would like to read excerpts of a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson called The Charge of the Light Brigade, a favorite poem of Major McAllister and General Palmer, memorializing those who lost their lives in war. Now I'm going to read this poem, folks, and it's written in 1854, so the language is a little bit different than the language that we use today. But I'm going to dramatize it a little bit, and I hope that we can all follow along. What I'm really hoping is that we're in the mood to feel a little something about what it was like to be a soldier, lined up and asked to charge. This is that moment, right, where we're tested. And I would like for everybody to feel that. Obviously, you can hear from my voice cracking that I feel that every time I read this poem, so I hope you enjoy it. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade. Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them. volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made. All the world wondered. Honor the charge they made. Honor the Light Brigade. Noble 600. That's the charge of the Light Brigade. It was written during the Crimean War by Alfred Lord Tennyson, and he wrote it as the war was still going on, and he obviously was memorializing cavalry members who lost their lives in a terrible incident during that war. When Diane asked me to speak today, I said, well, I've got to sit down and talk with you, Diane, because I don't know what to talk about. And she said that she had visited us recently at the McAllister House Museum, and she was really interested in Major Henry McAllister's attitudes, his loyalty, his ability to speak, his ability to bring people together. And she said, if you could speak something about that, then I think that that would be great. He was a soldier in the Civil War. He became Adjutant General to General William J. Palmer. They were very close. And he was asked later on to come to Colorado Springs and build the town that we live in, while General Palmer was out finding money for his railroad. So I'd like to make a speech right now, please. At the McAllister House Museum, we think quite a bit about the military. The reason that Colorado Springs exists stems directly from the coming together of military men that survived their service to live out the rest of their lives here in the West. It was this military service that brought together William J. Palmer and Henry McAllister Jr. Like others of their time, these men retained their military rank with pride as their common moniker, General Palmer and Major McAllister. Palmer personally recruited McAllister in September of 1862 into the 15th Pennsylvania Volunteer Cavalry, and both of them served gallantly for the remainder of the war. General Palmer, as many of you know, earning the Medal of Honor. We can imagine these two men sitting around the campfire after a long day of travel, logistics, or even battle, sharing with each other their dreams for the future. Today, folks, we are standing on and in the dreams of these men and the dreams that they shared, building the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad and developing the railroad towns that supported it, the primary towns being Colorado Springs and Pueblo. McAllister's focus was on Fountain Colony, or Colorado Springs, and Pueblo, while Palmer's focus was on the railroad. McAllister was appointed executive director of Colorado Springs Company and was tasked with the development of the two towns. He was not a politician, but a leader in the community, just as he was a leader in war. His speech was unwavering, his judgment was sound, and he was a great communicator, often making dramatic speeches to the community on concepts of importance, such as the women's right to vote. His Quaker heritage helped to guide him throughout his life and career as a soldier, and a manager, and a developer of southern Colorado. McAllister attributed much of his success to the skill of listening. He was widely known for being able to bring people together and find common ground on issues where conflict existed. Here's a quote from McAllister. "It is the necessity of establishing a public opinion which shall not only tolerate but demand an impartial hearing from both sides of all pending questions." In this quote, McAllister places emphasis on not only the tolerance of impartiality, but the demand for it. There's a difference there. Not just the tolerance of impartiality, but demanding impartiality. In this manner, he drew great respect from his soldiers in Company G and from many citizens in the Colorado Territory. As a result of his experiences in the military, McAllister developed strong feelings about patriotism. Another quote, "True love of country cannot exist through mere blind partisanship. It is regard for the people of one's country and all of them. It is a feeling of fellowship and brotherhood for all of them. It is a desire for the prosperity and happiness of all of them. It is kindly and considerate judgment towards all of them." Unquote. I would like to ask that in the spirit of Memorial Day, as we honor and mourn those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, we each ponder our own definition of patriotism and consider the words of Major Henry McAllister Jr. as we define true love of country for ourselves, and that we not simply wallow in mere blind partisanship. Thank you all. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time. And as we said, I'm going to be going in and showing some things in the McAllister House Museum. I'm not here to talk about the McAllister House Museum, not here, maybe in there, and I'm happy to answer any questions that people have. And I'd love to explain why it is that I was asked to speak here further with people. Major Henry McAllister was an incredibly loyal person. Whenever he was asked to speak in public, he would usually defer to his general. And as I mentioned, he became Adjutant General to William J. Palmer. He was incredibly loyal to his general, General Palmer, and he was very loyal to the cause. Thank you all. I hope you enjoy ceremonies today, and I hope that we fulfill our Memorial Day morning.